Good morning everybody and hearty welcome you all on behalf of NIMI Chennai. I am S. Sivarasu from NSTA Chennai. Today we are going to discuss about calipers, Jenny calipers. First we will see the objectives of calipers. Number 1. Define calipers. Number 2. State the commonly used calipers. Number 3. State the advantage of spring joint calipers. In workshop, there are a lot of instruments are using according to their profile of the job and accuracy. What is mean by calipers? Caliper is an instrument for measuring external or internal dimensions having two hinged legs resembling a pair of compasses and in turned or out-turned joints. Calipers are indirect measuring instruments used for checking and transferring dimensions on machined or filed parts from a steel rule to a job and vice versa. Why we call it as indirect measuring instruments? By using calipers, we cannot measure the dimensions directly. With the help of steel rule, we can measure the job. So, we call it as indirect measuring instruments. Calipers are classified according to their joints and their shape of legs. Calipers are classified according to their joints. Number 1. Fine joint calipers. Number 2. Spring joint calipers. Calipers are classified according to the shape of legs, inside caliper and outside caliper. First, we will see the fine joint calipers. In this case of fine joint calipers, both legs are pivoted at one end. To take measurements of a workpiece, the caliper is opened roughly to the required size. Both legs are joined by riveting. Fine setting is done by tapping the caliper lightly on wooden surface. Next, spring joint calipers. For this type of calipers, the legs are assembled by means of a pivot loaded with a spring. For opening and closing the caliper, legs, screw and nut are provided. Spring joint calipers have advantages of quick setting. The setting made will not change unless the nut is turned. The size of a caliper is specified by its length, which is the distance between the pivot center and the tip of the leg. The accuracy of the measurement taken depends upon very much on the sense of feel or touch while measuring the job. Next, we will see the outside and inside calipers. Outside and inside calipers are differentiated by the shape of legs. Calipers used for outside measurements are known as outside calipers. The calipers used for internal measurements are known as inside calipers. Calipers are used along with steel rules and the accuracy is limited to 0.5 mm. Last session we have discussed about the inside calipers and outside calipers. Now this session we are going to learn about Jenny calipers. Let us see the objectives first. Number 1. Define Jenny calipers. Number 2. State the uses of Jenny calipers. Number 3. State the types of Jenny calipers. The tool which is used for marking lines parallel to an edge is called Jenny calipers. These calipers also known as hermaphrodite calipers, hard leg calipers and leg and point calipers. Jenny calipers have one leg with an adjustable divider point, which is the bent leg. These legs are joined together to make firm joint. These are available in sizes of 150 mm, 200 mm, 250 mm and 300 mm. Next, uses of Jenny calipers. Number 1. Jenny caliper is used for marking lines parallel to the inside and outside edges. Number 2. It is used for finding the center of round bars. These calipers are available with the usual bent leg or with heel type. Calipers with bent leg are used for drawing lines parallel along with an inside edges. The heel type is used for drawing parallel lines along with the outer edges. Jenny calipers can also be used for scribing lines along curved edges. While setting dimensions and scribing lines, both legs should be equal length. The Jenny caliper should be slightly inclined while scribing lines. While setting the dimensions for accurate setting, the Jenny caliper point should click into the graduations. I hope you are all understood about the firm joint caliper, spring joint calipers, inside caliper and outside caliper and their uses. Finally, Jenny caliper and their uses. Thank you all. We will see in the next video.